Welcome to this video in support of my lesson on variables and the read prompt template. In this video I'm going to demonstrate just a couple of the points that I made in the lesson, just to kind of reinforce what I was teaching in that lesson. First of all, I want to look at one of the examples of declaring a variable in Go. First I need to get my program started, so give me a moment to do that. So one of the ways to declare a variable is to use the var variable name data type format, like in this example, var number int. What I want to demonstrate is that when you declare a variable this way, it assigns the default value to that variable. And I can verify that by including a print statement underneath the declaration to print the value of number. So let's save that and then compile it. Take it just a moment to compile here. And you'll see that the value of number is 0. So indeed, that did assign a default value to the variable. Let's look at another example. Be a little bit harder to show this one, but we can. Let's change that first print to a print line. And we'll be able to see, well, not really see so much, but we can note that there is a blank there. That's an empty space, or for empty string actually. So that's what gets that's what gets stored in a string when you declare the variable without a value. The last thing I wanted to do was demonstrate one of the examples from the lesson and talk about why that works the way it does. And this is the variable declaration, then prompt and read, so that we can read a value from the user and then print it out. And I'll do the example that is a little bit towards the end of the chapter, not quite at the very end. Let me find it here. Okay, so we're going to store a couple of names in a variable, so let's do that first. So we're creating two variables, first and last, and storing them as string. And so now we're going to do the prompt read template. So here's our prompt, and then here's our read. And to read, we're using the scan function that's part of the format package. And what we're doing is we're passing a reference to the first variable. And a reference simply means we're passing the address. The reference of operator, the ampersand, is like passing the address of first. So that whatever we type at this point using scan is going to be stored in the variable directly via the reference. So we can do the same thing for the last name. We'll do that for last. And then we can display that. Print line. So let's run that program. So I'll put in my first name and my last name, and that displays it out. So that demonstrates how we can use the scan function along with a prompt. Let's go back to the code to implement the the prompt and then read template that I was demonstrating in the lesson. So that wraps up this little video support for the lesson on variables and the prompt then read template. and I will see you in the next video.